Hi, my name is Spencer and I own Spencer Pilates Arts in Forest Hills, New York. I'm a fitness and Pilates teacher and I wanted to make this video because actually for a few years I had a number of foot injuries, and when I went looking for this information for what to do about these injuries, I actually had a lot of trouble finding out what to do. Maybe it was because of the footwear I was using. Anyway, I have an extra wide toe and maybe my feet were being clipped by part of the shoes, but I had a number of problems. I've had plantar fasciitis, I've had a Morton's neuroma, and I've been able to exercise myself into shape where I don't have those problems anymore. So I would really like to share this information with you. The first exercise I'd like to share with you is the shake hands. Now what I'm going to do is just take the surface of my foot. Now a neuroma might be because maybe if the foot you're wearing is too tight, the digits get too stuck together. Okay? All right. I'm just going to take my hands in between my fingers and I'm just going to jiggle. And I can go from both sides. Now, I'm just going to reach right into underneath my toes, and to be honest, while you could be very strong in the top of your foot from walking, that can also leave you very weak in the bottom of your foot where we need intrinsic strength. That just means the muscles underneath your foot. So what I'm going to do to wake up these muscles, this is going to be very small, but it's almost like I can imagine. The bones of your foot kind of look like a lot like the bones of your hand. And I can just imagine I reach the toes a little bit down. Now I'm not doing this with my toes, but can I get the ball of my foot, these muscles just to wake a little bit up? And I'm going to go right in between the inside the ball and the inside of the arch. And it's almost like I want to make my hand work a little bit to get my arch to work. And I can even go right through between my heel and the inside of my arch. I can get this to spread right out. And I can get this to come a little bit together. You can use a ball, I mean really any ball. I happen to be using a ball from the Franklin method. This ball, I'm going to put it right underneath my inside heel. And I'm going to step into the ball. And I can roll a little bit to massage the inside of the arch. I can get inside the heel. And I can massage up and down. I can even step on the ball for balance. I can do toes and pinkies. Or sometimes I call this exercise pronation and supination. You can use a TheraBand to get all your muscles to work. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit. Now I'm not pushing with my foot. I'm just trying to get the bottom of my foot to work a little bit so I get a little bit of strength underneath each toe. And you can't move one toe, at least I can't. I can't really move one toe without moving all the others, but you can get a little bit of work underneath each of your toes. You can also take the TheraBand and you can pull it to the side and move it in a little bit. Now I'm just trying to use the inside my arch, the intrinsic muscles of my foot. And I'm going to use the outside pinky toe side. It's almost like I spread my toes out. And I can even exercise the top of my foot up and the top of my foot to go back. Now, after you've done all these exercises, you can get the arches your foot to work while you're standing, that's really when they need to work the most. So what I'm going to imagine, sometimes they give this exercise when people go into PT for foot problems, that they put a towel underneath your toes. I'm just going to imagine I have a towel underneath my toes. I get the toes to spread right out, and then I'm going to get the toes to pull in the towel. Now, if I can get that to happen, maybe I can get the muscles underneath my heel and arch to come together. So the arch spreads out and the arch comes together. I get some strength for my arches. I can just imagine the inside of the heel, that arch comes together. Now, if you do a little short calf raise, you can lift up just underneath and imagine your big toe in the inside heel. I call it like there's a little slice of pizza in between, and you're going to look slowly lower. Now, when we do these exercises, just think for a second about how this applies to your daily walking. We walk in 3 different planes through space, at least. There's a little bit of lateral movement, there's a little bit of rotation movement, that's transverse movement, and there's a little bit of sagittal movement. And your foot, supination and pronation, that's also a triplanar movement. But for practical purposes, it just means we need to use our arches. When I take a step, I walk from my heel steps down, and there's a little bit of supination. When I step through, my big toe lands, and that's pronation. By the time my big toe is down and I've transferred my weight, I've gone through my stance, the back heel is lifting, and my pinky toe is now supinating. That just means that your foot moves in these triplanar movements, and while that's complex, if you can get a little bit of arch strength into your daily walking routine, I think that is going to help out anyone with any foot condition.